Hello and good day, everyone. Okay, so this is the presentation for our missed lesson on the midterm for week number 6 and probably 7. So although it is on the week 4 module, however, we need to we need to tackle first the week number 4 so that we can proceed on week number 6. So meaning, so this lesson will cover up this type of topics, no, on the program flow control structure. So let's start with the if statement. So meaning we will start our lesson with if statement, and then we will next tackle also the if else statement, and then the last thing that we're going to tackle also is on the nested if. Okay. So, upon the completion of this learning modules, you will be able to identify the different, identify and differentiate each decision-making statements. No? And then you can also discuss here on the end of the lesson. You can properly use, the use of the decision-making statements in C++ programming. Because one of the important part of the programming is on how to control the structure of your program. So meaning you have the power or the ability to divert, no, the structure or the flow of the program, just like other functionalities that we have or features on the different applications based on the application that you are downloading from the internet or even on your mobile phone. So let's say, for example, if you have a user ID and then the password. So one of the features of that kind of functionality or the features is that they're using this different control structure, or flow control structure to divert, whatever the outcome or the entries that you are um, inputted, no, no, to your computer. So for example, if your user ID is correct, however, if your password is not correct or incorrect, so there will be somehow messages that will be popping up or probably will be displayed on your screen that your password or either your username is incorrect or email address is incorrect. So that's why we have this kind of control structure to determine what would be the flow or the diversion of the flow regarding to your functions that you are pertaining to such as your applications and software that you are using or downloaded or using from the web apps that you are using on the different platforms on the internet. Okay, so to start with, so in real life situation when we need to make some decisions based on the data that we are using with or na gina-input sa aton ng mga devices such as your um, laptop or your um, mobile phone or whatever gadget that you have there on your personal belongings, no, so mga device nga nagagamit sa mga internet connections either on the LAN or either on the Wi-Fi. So those kinds of application, no, ginagamitan sa in real world to make decisions somehow, no, with regards to the application that you are using, whatever application that you are downloaded from the internet. So we decide what we should do next. So that's the next question. So what's gonna happen if my number doesn't satisfy the situation or the application? So let's say for example, if I input number one, does number one is a correct entry or not correct entry? So that's the next thing that you are going to maybe query on your mind. So is this number is correct or not? So meaning if correct, so that means it will proceed. If not, then probably you need to repeat the process in order for you to correct no, the process or the entries that you are pertaining to such application. So here in programming using your C++, no, programming language. Actually, hindi lang sa C++ na programming language. Now, if you are going to the IT on our part, although syempre Chemtech mo, but a little bit information on our part. Not only in C++ programming that we're implementing this kind of control structure, no? So we are using this also on a different programming languages such as your Java, your PHP, and any kinds of programming languages that right now that are building softwares and application. It can either be on the mobile part or it can either be on the web development. No? So, hindi lang si control structure kay C++ lang. So, gina-introduce man sa lain-lain yung mga different programming languages. Gi-mention to you sa isang dito sa aton nga prelim pa lang sa week 1 nga mga lain-lain interpreter, lain-lain nga mga yung mga compiler, no? So, lain-lain nga mga compiler, lain-lain mga programming languages, but they are using same control structure just like this. So, mo sa ringon kung gina-introduce mo sa C++, meaning gina-introduce mo sa iba niya programming languages. Okay? Now, to make the story short, so the decision making here or the decision that will be executed is the block of codes or statement. So, meaning every decision or control structure contains block of code. So, meaning magsinta nga block of code, may lain-laing process. So let's say if this is true, so what would be the process? If not, what would be the process? So meaning the decision making of the true value is different from the process of the true and the false nga process. Meaning kung ang piyakya if true means for example based sa mga ano no sa mga senior citizen no, if senior citizen, meaning may discount. Kung regular lang, that means ma-false sa false na statement. Wherein, ang mga false statement, amo tong mga regular na mga customer. Kung senior citizen niya, tiyan mo na may mga discount. Kung regular ya, so syempre wala discount. So doon mo nang ang real life situation that happening on the application that day-to-day nga ginagamit sa mga users, mga end users. Kita na ang mga end users nga ginaminsang sang ina nga mga processes. Okay? So, so we will proceed on the decision-making statements na available in C++. So as I mentioned to you a while ago, so we have here the control structure. So these are the decision-making statement available in C++, but not only on the C++, but also available on the different programming languages that I mentioned to you a while ago, no? Such as Java, your PHP, your C, and any other programming languages. No? So they have the same control structure. No, aside from except the Python programming language. No? Medyo may difference lang siya into the syntaxes and semantics. No, because as stated to you last time no sa aton nga mga previous nga mga subject no. So one of the interpreter there is the Python no. Again sa comp I think if I'm not mistaken it's on the comp 122 no ninyo nga subject no. So si Python niya is an interpreter, so medyo may lain siya nga syntaxes and semantics. But other programming languages, no, they have the same control structure, no? So doon mo nang may parehos, may mga ano sila na mga parehos, no? They have the same structure, the same semantics, and the same um a block of codes, no, with regards to the control statement. Pero sa ano naman yan sa Python is different. But anyway, and we will not talk about the Python anyway. It's just only an information for you base matingala ko mo if you try to search on the internet, then you find the no base may ara ka mo later on balak gamit sang Python programming, especially on your mga research, no, with regards to your data sets. So base may matingala ka mo sa mga sa iyang structure with regards to the if statement. So it's a different structure naman sa, no? Because Python is an interpreter, anybody can contribute to the classes and packages. So that's why a very open source si Python programming language. But anyway, we will focus on the C++ anyway. So these are the control statement with regards to our C++ programming. So the first thing that we are going to discuss here is the if statement, no? So when we say if statement, so this is the most simple and very basic type of decision making statement, because it only caters true value. So meaning wala na sa option. It's just like if you have conditions, no? So dapat ang condition mo always true. So meaning wala na sang process sang iban pa, wala na diversion. Meaning the process is still there, is already fixed. Meaning dapat true tanan. Kung may ara sang option, wala option. So kung sano pa mandatory cardinality niya, ang iyang cardinality is always true. There's no false. Actually, nga true aram once you have the condition. Let's say for example, if you have a value of 18, natabi age, no, you are looking for the value of 18. Okay, so let's proceed to the decision making or the control statement of your C++, no. So as I have mentioned to you a while ago, so these are the 5, no, control statement of your C++ programming. Other programming languages also uses this kind of control statement. Okay, except for ano no, for the Python programming languages, or I mean for programming language, I mean, no? Because somehow the Python programming language, no, if later on if you will venture for the program that can be used on your research later on, using mga data sets, no. So it's much different from using the control statement of these 5 on the part of the Python programming language. But anyhow, so we will not focus on the Python. So I'll just only give you an information nga medyo lain ang iyang orientation with regards to the structure and semantics. Musinta nga semantics ang iyang verbatim nga paggamit, no? Ang iya bala nga excuse me, ang iyang itsura, no, with regards to using the control statement. So, though medyo may pagkalaing man siya. But anyhow, so ma-focus on tayo sa may C++, no, nga programming language, no? So let's start with the if statement lang anay. So when you say if statement, no, to make the story short, no, para hindi na maglawig ang aton nga explanation dire sa aton mga paragraphs. So if statement always looking for the result of true value. When you say the result of true value, so meaning no other choice ka. I mean, wala nang, even though you have a choice, but you don't have a choice. So though in real life situation, do mo na nga aton nga ano nga interpretation with regards to the if statement. So meaning the condition here is always true and the result is always true. So doon mo nang iya nga nga logic behind the if statement. Meaning wala ka sang option. So dapat ang imong condition should always be true. Okay? So always correct. Do mo lang iyang ano nga logic na to in layman's term. No? So example on the flow chart, if you try to see here, although there is a condition here, pero wala siya sang process nga na-occur. Unlike on the true value, may process nga na-occur. No? Parang if body ni. No? So the if body here is after the condition, there will be a process. However, if the condition is false, there's no such thing as process here. Since nga ang ato ni nga rectangular or square nga symbol represents process. Okay? So wala sang may process nga nag-occur during the um, significant of the false. So meaning nagdirekta sa gyapon sa last nga statement, which is statement just below if, no? So meaning wala sa sang may nag-occur nga process, only this one. So meaning kung true gid ya, meaning may process ma-occur. Kung wala sang, meaning kung false ang iya nga condition, meaning madiretso sa gyapon sa last nga statement. So diri galing yang kinalain niya lang kay may if true may process, then go to the last process. Dili naman niya nag-direct sa last nga process instead of making some processes here. So meaning true lang gid ang iya ginapangita sang if nga statement. So I hope you're getting what I'm trying to derive, no? So if you put it on the if statement naman yung program illustration, so we have here the variable of I, or you can replace any variable of I here. Okay, so I is equal to 10. So meaning ang tanan niya ang value sa I naton subong has a value of 10. Okay, or any value that you can any value that you can replace on the value of 10. Okay, you can use 20, 25, or any value as long nga naka whole number siya. So that's the logic behind the variable, no? So anyway, na-discuss ko na sa inyo ang mga part, no? So we have here the variable, then the assignment operator, then the number 10 here will be your fixed value or constant value. So meaning all of them are literals naton, no? So then we use the data type int. So as per discussed to you last time, so int is a whole number or integer. Okay? Whole number na siya. It can either be a positive or negative number as long nga whole number siya. Okay? Now, we use here the if statement on our program, which is I is greater than 15. Meaning, kung ang value, if our value here is 10, so meaning ang I here represents 10 or value of 10. Okay? So 10, okay, is 10 greater than 15? So that's the question. The condition na is 10 greater than 15. So since 10 is less than 15, so meaning it will not go to this block of code. Okay? I hope you're getting this, no? What I'm trying to say is kay ang 10 naton is actually, no, not greater than 15. So less than ang 10 naton sa 15. So meaning hindi di siya mag-proceed sa aton nga true value because this is always true, no? As stated on our structure here, no? Ngita sa sang true nga value since nga ang 10 naton, no, is not greater than 15, so meaning wala option si condition ta, so meaning wala ni sa sang ano ya sang choice, no, kundi wala sa sang choice do mo nang gwa niya. So meaning dapat ang ini nga condition should be always true. So since kay nag-false siya, anong matabo, no? What's gonna happen? No, hindi siya mag-agi. No? So meaning ma-divert ang iya nga condition sa gwa sang block sang statement naton. Okay. So what's gonna happen on this program naman, no? So in our program, we have here the variable of I, which is equal to 10. And then we have here the condition of I is greater than 15. So since I has a value of 10 and the condition stated here is greater, so meaning ang 10 pala is greater than 15. So actually 10 is not greater than 15, which is very obvious, no? So we have here, kung greater than ang I sa 15, say for example ng 16 di siya, 17, 18, 19, 20, so it will be fall on this block of code. Now, the question is, what happened? What would happen on this condition since ang 10 natin is actually not greater than 15? What's gonna happen? So it will be fall on what? Right? I'm not in if. So meaning ara siya sa gwa nag divert. Supposed to be ari this sa sulod kay pangitaon niyang true mo. Pigaling kay wala true. What will happen? So meaning ang true naton diri lang gid ya. So ang ara sa gwa wala lang eh. Meaning tanan nga mga incorrect conditions naton always fall on the outside of the if. Okay, I hope you get what I'm trying to drive. So also, if you want to test it on the coding C++ or even your code block, so mo ni siya ang aton niya output. So gin-test ko siya sa aton niya coding C++. So once I click build and run, it's still the same, no, the output on the module. Okay, so I think it's very clear on this part. So it's very easy man lang. Kay ang tandaan nyo lang always find the true value. If not, it always divert outside the if. Okay? Basta if lang ha. Wala na sang ibang niya mga additional nga mga information with regards to the if. Okay? Now, let's proceed to the if else. So si if else naman niya is different from the if. No, kasi syempre may ata sa else nga mga additional. Now, this time naman niya, if you want another options, no, aside from the if, then use this one. For example, ang motong username natin password. If username is incorrect, then um um ma-divert sa else, no? Kaya tanan niya mga else siya sila nang ma-cater sa tanan niya mga incorrect data nga gina-entry naton. Pero tanan niya naman niya mga correct data naman, si true naman ang masalo, no? So that's the logic with regards to the if else statement. Okay, basta yung mayara ka ng option. Ayan. So we have the true, then we have the false statement. Okay. So yan. So kung gusto niyo naman niya mayara sa false na statement, so ari siya, may condition, if this is true, then it will be fall on the block of code of true. Now, kung naka-else naman, meaning it will be fall on the block of code such as your false. So meaning tanan nga mga incorrect entries, dili tanan ma-false. Tanan nga mga correct entries naman, dili naman false, may true. So I hope you get what I'm trying to drive, no? Yeah. If you try to observe our flowchart here, it's far different from the if. No? So kagini si true lang gid yang may process, but right now since we have if else here, so meaning may duwa na siya ka option. So meaning kung true, di siya nga process, kung false, diri na siya nga process. But they have a similar last process. Kung true siya, diri sa marekta. Okay, process, then output. Diri naman niya, may process man sa same output ng yapon. So that's the logic behind the if else. So may duwa ka ng option, the true and the false option. Now, if you try to put it on the if else statement using your program in C++, so We have here the variable of I is equal to 20. Okay, so meaning whole number. If I is less than 15, since the value here is 20, so meaning I represents 20 value. Okay, so 20 is less than 15. Now, if we try to observe, since I is actually not less than 15, so meaning since the statement here on the if is false, kay hindi actually hindi no obviously ang 20 is higher than 15 pero hindi siya nubo sa 15. Okay, meaning ang 20 is higher, so hindi siya nubo sa 15. So what's gonna happen, the true here will not be executed. So ang ma-execute ang moang sa else, since nga ang I naton is greater than 15, ang I tadi subong is 20. Okay, so meaning ang 20 tiya is actually greater than 15, not smaller than 15. Okay, so ang sa lingon, ang iyaning output will return I is greater than 15. So that's the if else statement. Okay, so you can actually practice this code on our coding C++ ng application sa mobile phone, or you can do it on the code block. Okay, so this time I will be creating another project for the purpose of demonstration. Okay, and I will call it if else then. Okay, then I will just remove, close, not remove, close. Ayan. And then we have so walang extra yeah. So we have I is equal to 20, then if I is less than less than to 15. So para hindi ka ma-confuse, we will put some parenthesis here. Parenthesis, not parenthesis, but curly brace here. Okay. Yeah. Ayos na. So, if you're trying to code this, no, pwede nyo lang ma-pause para at least maka-auto mo yung sakto. Okay? Now, when you try to execute this program, build and run, okay, you will have I is greater than 15. Because actually, okay, 20 is higher than 15. So that's why I here is greater than 15. So para ma-visible si I, no? So we will just change I here. Then we will just put I. I. I think this is good. So we'll just build and run again. Okay, so 20 is greater than 15 actually. So amo ni subong ginbutang ko lang as flexible variable. Okay. So anyway, you can change the value of 20 into other numbers para at least mabalaan nyo kung ang ato niya control statement is actually working or not. So example, if I will put it on 11, so since 11 here will represent the value of I, when you try to build and run, okay, you will see 11 is smaller than 15. So, kakasama lang I, no? Sorry. Let's try it again. Okay, I is smaller than 15. Okay, so that's the ano no, the logic behind. So meaning may duwa ka ng option. If the statement is correct, then it will be fall on this. If the statement is false, then it will be fall on this side. Yan. So, amo ni guys, ano na no, ang daw simple application no, to determine if the value is smaller than or greater than 15. But anyway, you can test and then try and testing and debug lang para ma-determine nyo lang kung ano ang functions ng inyong if and then else. You can use your grades if you want to. Kung taas sa 75, then I mean kung taas sa 74, so meaning pass. Kung lower than 75, then fail. No, though you can test it anyway. So i-test nyo lang kung masyado nyo kung okay man lang. So para ma-test nyo lang kung anong yan functionality. Okay? So I hope you get what I'm trying to imply with regards to this program. Okay. So let's proceed to the last. So because I'm not making this longer on the pre-recorded, so we have still ano pa naman last week. So I think the coverage of the exam is on the switch statement. So we will discuss anyway on the face-to-face manner. No? So the last excuse me, the last control statement or control structure is the nested. No? By the word nested, no? So meaning if within the if. No? Do so kinaga-nest some no? If you if you try to see the ano the nest no of the certain birds no, so do damo siya mga ano mga twigs and some of ferns no, so medyo naga ano siya nagimo gid siya nest no, by the logic itself no, literally no? So nested if in C++ is an if statement that is target to another if statement. So meaning may isa ka statement, if statement, then another if statement, and then another if statement, and then another if statement. So meaning aga ano siya, ga multiple no ang iyang if statement. And then as you have noticed, no, all of the conditions here are always true. So basta gani may makita ka mo condition 1, condition 2, or any condition that we have, no? Kung 3, 4, 5 pa man sa conditions. Yun say conditions to, mo ni guys, so dumiyara sa ginatawag nga argumento. No, ang I bala is less than 15. Now, dumiyara sa certain decision making that the process, I mean the process, I mean, should be done according to true or false. No, however, each and every time you encounter conditions no, such as if condition 1, then if condition 2, it always finds true value. Okay, basta may condition nga ni true value na tanan. The meaning, so kung may mga condition nga wala na met with regards to condition 1, condition 2, so it always find another one. No, but silingon man nested sa depending on the condition that you are stated with regards to the conditions. Kay nested sa gani. Kaya base sa condition number 1, hindi siya ma-satisfy, then it will go to the condition number 2. Or kung hindi siya ma-satisfy sa condition number 2, then 3, 4, and 5 siya. Until the, the, the condition is already met. So that's the logic behind the nested if. Okay? Now, if we put it on the flow chart, so maning duga niya, no? So may condition sa true, then this all this is true. Now, however, kung wala siya sang may nakita sang true at another true, so syempre you need to have another option if the two conditions doesn't satisfy the entry. No? So the false will be fall on the last part. So since nga wala siya may nakita sa duwa ka true, so it will become false. So false will automatically go directly to the last process. Okay, same with the conditions that we have here. Okay, since nga may duwa sila ka true, so either that sila kung hindi na satisfy ang ang last, no, nga na pertain sa isa condition. If it satisfy on the condition number 1, then it will become true. If not, ang condition number 2, so this will become true, then same man Japan yung output to the last process. Okay. so let's try to put it on your program ganyan actual, no? So we have here same example that we have on our variable. So we have I is equal to 10. So if I daw is equal to 10. Okay, so since double equal here is equality, so ang single nga equal is the assignment operator. So meaning i-assign niya lang niya ang values ang variable. I-assign niya lang niya ang values ang 10 to the variable. So since ang variable na disubong is 10, has a value of 10. So 10 is actually equal to 10. So meaning this is true. Okay? Now, after that, since nga true ni siya, it will ask again another if. Amo ning nested. Okay? So I hope you're following with. So if I again, now which contains the value of 10, is less than 15. So actually 10 is actually less than 15. So which is very true. No? So meaning I is smaller than 15. So that's the logic. However, another if statement here created. If I daw is again condition as 10 is less than 12. So since if you try to observe if you try to follow all of the code here based on the condition, this is true, then it will go to the next statement which is another true. Then lastly, we have another if statement stated that always stated true also. So meaning I is smaller than 12 too. So meaning 10 is equal to 10. No question about that. Since 10 is actually equal to 10, then we have I is less than 15. So which also has a value of 10. So meaning i-display niya si I is smaller than 15 and also I is smaller than 12 also. Otherwise, no, else I is greater than 15. So meaning the result here is duha ka bilog. Ang iyakuan niya result, no, which is I is smaller than 15 and I is smaller than 12. Okay, kay duha ka bilog iya nga true value. Ang kini si true value, no, niya since nga ang diri nga side, no, ang I is less than 15 is actually true. Then this one is also true. So wala sa may nakita nga false, no, on this kind of condition. Okay? So that's why ang duha ka bilog i-output. Okay? So when if we are trying to put it on the code block, okay? So we will create new project for the benefits of our demo. Okay? Then this is if nested if para sorry. Nested if demo. Okay? Next and finish. I will just remove, not remove that, but close. Yan, so palakuan ko lang. Okay, so we have here our example based on our module. Wait lang. Sorry. So in I is again the variable I is equal to 10, just like on our module. So if we try to test and run, I mean build and run our program, so there will be two particular statement, which is your I is smaller than 15 and I is still smaller than 12 too. Based on the program that we have, so i-modify talang gamay na. So we have your I, para makita nyo yung value with regards to DN. Just like what we have did on DN on our previous programs. Okay, now still build and run. So we have 10 is smaller than 15, then 10 is smaller than 12. Okay, so meaning may duwa sa ka-true nga nakita. So true here and another, sorry, true here. Okay, okay, so true kay 10 siya. So meaning ang statement niya, next na statement will be, yeah, I is equal to 15. I mean greater than equal to 15. So since 10 is lower than 15, so it will display this one. Then still I is lower than 12, so it will display this one. Pero kung nagtaas siya, say example mo gusto 16. Run. Isa lang magwa. Ay, sorry. Mayroon sa mga else. Wait lang ha. Okay. Okay. So, maging bago na ko gabay sa itong program, no? So, we have two another true, and this one is another true. So meaning tatlo ka conditions puro taran true. So since nga may tatlo ka true, so meaning i-display ang unang statement, which is 10 is smaller than 15, and then second one will be 10 is smaller than 12. However, if let's say for example, if the value kin-change ko ang 10 to 16, so meaning hindi siya mag-fall on the true value, but instead diri pa lang adaan makita yan nga ang I is equal to 16, since nga ang I is not actually equal to 10. If we try to distribute the value of 16 to the I, meaning I here represents the value of 15. I mean 15, 16. So 16 is not actually equal to 10. So meaning this condition is not actually true. So it will be false on the else, which is the false value. Which is the statement will be stated as the I is greater than 15 or 16 is greater than 15. So that's the logic behind your nested if. So tandaan nyo guys, basta gani gambal ka mo basta gagamit ka mo nested if, dapat tanan true. Okay, true ni, true man ni, true tanan. Okay? But don't forget to put else. If ever that there will be another option, ginagamit mo lang guys ang tanan nga ang if statement kung sigurado gid kamo ya nga ang inyong argument or condition is always true. But if not, so syempre dapat mayara ka mo option, which is the else. Tandaan nyo guys, si else always on the false or the kung saan pa daw siya nang masalo sang tanan niya mga entry nga sala, no? So meaning kung tanan ni is sala or incorrect ang iya argument, no, within the if, meaning siya na ang masalo, no? Ma-divert dita na ng iya nga incorrect entry. However, kung ang mga entry may correct either sa tatlo, so meaning dito lang sa ma-divert. Okay? So I think that's the end of our lesson for the nested if, the if else, and the if. Okay? So we will continue our discussion on the if else if and the switch statement, no, on our next meeting. Okay? So see you guys on next meeting. Don't be absent. Okay? Because I will be giving a certain activity for our face-to-face. Dito ko na tanting ko ng ating activity. After we discuss the two particular statement, so we will proceed on our activity. Okay? So see you guys everyone. Stay safe and stay hydrated for this for the incoming days, no? Kasi may sobra naman yung init. So nagainulan naman. Okay? So stay safe guys and stay hydrated. Bring payong, no? If in case that our weather is not good on each day nato. Okay, see you guys. Good day everyone.